Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are starting it off with our other altcoin, Solana. This is the one we're going to be looking at for today's video. On the weekly time frame, you can see that we are officially coming up on a markup. Looks like after a very large accumulation. You can even see this little inverse head liquidity grab, left shoulder, head grab, uh, right shoulder, higher low, so Quasimodo shoulder over here, and then you got the little bit of test back into this area, and then continuation out. Even had a little bit of a bull flag right over here, and all this was all on higher lows. If you made a retail trend line, you would have saw that only this one was a little premature, but aside from that one, all these were higher lows and continuation up. Now, this week was the first week we actually broached our first EMA of support over here at $87. Depending on the weekly close, which is in 3 days, if we can close above $87, I would be looking for sideways and up into next week and testing into that $100 area moving forward and looking for higher. Another thing I will show you is that right now you have bullish divergence on volume. As you're going to the downside, you are slowing your volume down on selling, meaning that, hey, we have a possibility of finding some support going sideways here after this candle close if we can hold above 87. If we lose 87, next week the possibility of testing the 65 is there, $65, $70, depending on the daily closes, because the weekly will take time for this to basically come back into where it's average, but the daily will be a little bit quicker. So going to the daily time frame, and I'm not looking for any downside until $65 is closed under on a weekly. Now, I already have the fibs drawn out. I will turn them back on for you. You can see that from the original low, the target of the powers that be was to basically take profit around $72 to $90. The 72 was the first target from the original low. That's why you had this little bit of resistance here. The next target was 90, and we actually overshot that target, and now we're using it as support. So I want to see us hold between this 86 and $90, and ideally, I would like the rest of this week to go sideways on 86 and then close above that $87 that we're looking for on that weekly by Friday or by Sunday, because the weekly candle will be on Sunday on altcoin perps. So if that can happen, we can look for continuation to the upside. Now, today's daily candle is very, very important. We don't lose 86. If we close today's daily candle under 86, then the target of 65 to 75 becomes much, much more realistic. I know I said 65, but I will first attack the 73 to 75 area due to the EMA fibs as well as prior support. Now I'm doodle time. You guys can see this channel over here, right? This is what I love to see on a test of support, a bull flag, which I'm looking for it to break up, right? But you have a few ways this can play out. Now you see we're doing this deep, deep grind for liquidity, and you have this EMA right here sitting on the fib at $73. That is very, very good area to start an entry position if you're gonna get to it. Man, I should have done this. I'm gonna redo those drawings because I'm gonna leave these drawings here sitting. So we'll have these for us to refer to moving forward. So here's the top trend line. I'm gonna try to capture as many of the wicks on the top. On the bottom trend line, I'm gonna basically do the same thing but a little bit conservative. The way that you're supposed to do it is you're supposed to have 3 taps of the wick, or it's I use wicks when I do these trend lines. People use bodies. I do use wicks when I'm doing these little fractal patterns and stuff, just so I know exactly where the extreme is when we have an open and close outside of this. Okay, if you have an open and close outside of this trend line, which is near $96, you need to remove your bearish bias and look for continuation upside. With the risk being managed underneath $90, going like, hey, if we're above here at 96, unless 90 is broken to the downside, I'm not looking for downside. Right now, we're under that level, so I'm preparing us for the liquidity grab to the lower end. And if we're bullish, you want to do a swing failure pattern kind of situation. So here is the, now I know I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna use the top of that wick. So I just told you guys to use the wicks. So I'm gonna follow my rules. As you can see, this line, how perfect confluence it has with the uh, order block. I'm actually not gonna use that wick. Okay. So all of this is set. This is kind of like how I go about my TA. Now, this wick here is basically showing you, hey, this wick here and this wick here, there's a it's a level of importance. Okay, now this is one order block right here. This is what we're testing into right now. This bull flag after this markup, after we decided, hey, this is cheap, and we increased the price for this asset when like, oh, it's worth more. We got overbought here, and that's why we had this uh, retracement, test of support. So this 115 area is a big target for us to break above to look for new highs on Solana moving forward in the uptrend. While we are waiting for this to occur, this is like Bitcoin 49 and E26. Everyone's high is basically set, and we're grinding out the high on all the assets with everyone thinking like, hey, the bull flag, bull flag, bull flag. So great, here's the bull flag. The issue is that this white channel is the risk of us making the upside a little bit longer, because as you come into this order block, now you have to go and see, hey, are we going to test all the way to that $65 level that I already gave you? So you see how that $65 level comes into play now, the $73 comes into play, and then the 90, 96. That's the range. Our range for this entire trade is $65 all the way to 115. And technically, since this is all the way up here, you can ignore this like this. Same way we did that little channel. That's how I would go about that. This one I can make it yellow. Okay, so this is the three things that are going on. I'm gonna remove the fib. Oh shoot, hide the fib. Okay, so now you can see we have this as a possible long scalp area. We have this as our consolidation. The white has no bias. The green is where we would like to do the long scalp on the test of support. This is where we should be considering taking our profit, or if you are looking for a short, you can look for a short on a retest of the mid of this channel and not being able to close above. Well, this would be a fantastic area for you to either take a short or look to take profit on the long scalp that we're going to set up from here. And you can also look for a short here, but I don't like taking double top shorts. I feel like that is just a trap in itself. So just be aware of those two levels over there. That's where I would be looking for my shorts, around 120 and 125. Aside from that, since we're so far away from the best areas to take a short, I could give a shit about looking for shorts. I'm looking for long scalps. We're closer to the green box, the test of support, EMAs, etc. Now on a daily time frame, there's a lot of range. So now let's go to a 4-hour time frame, which I will usually do this for members, not for just everyone, because there's a different mentality that I have with these trades. Here's your bullish order block. Here's your bearish order block. Now, like yesterday's video, I'll add volume profile. I have another indicator for this that does it for me automatically, but I'm just going to show you like this. Now you are under the value area low, point of control, value area high. This is where you want to short. This is where you have to defend your long, and this is where shorts confirm, and this is now where shorts usually take profit. Underneath here, if you have a trailing stop loss with the stop loss right here, you can let your short run. So we are right now just did the dead cat bounce into where the shorts would have been pressured to close. And unless you get the 4 hour open and close above $89, $90, you're not looking to take uptrend continuation because you're under the 200 EMA over here at $91. This is not a bad thing. The good thing is you tested the support. Now what we need, and you tested resistance. So your range technically right now is only the trading range for us in this trade is only from right there to right there. And that's about 15% range with about what is that, $11? $11 price action. So that's the risk that we would be taking. Now, if you're a long-term trader, right? Like I am looking at this on a long-term trade, and all I wanted was to get into this long right here. So I'm gonna try to get in near 65 to $70 for long term. Now keep in mind, guys, I already bought this at $83 a day or two ago when we dumped. And I did tell everyone, hey, I am going to accumulate this. It is a good project. I like it. I bought it right here, around $83.50 right here. So I'm up a little bit, but I could give a shit about it because that was my starter entry and I instantly staked all that. Right here is what I'm waiting to do is see, can we confirm this as a higher low and not go under this level and basically use this as a bull flag accumulation for a break above $91. Once we get this break above $91 and you have a 4 hour open and close, I will be much, 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 much more confident that we are going to be at least going into $104 area before we find new resistance to probably give us a little bit of a slap down from this 108, come down to 100, and then we're probably going to go test right into 116, find some resistance as per usual right here at like 108 again, and then probably come back to take this top out. That is what I would be looking for in the long run. Now, keep in mind, this is a 4 hour chart. So how I would play this out is by daily closes. I already got my entry. If this triangle actually does want to break down and sorry, engulf this $80 area and come down to 73, that will be the next area that I will be entertaining a possible entry into Solana, an additional allocation. So I'll leave an alert right there at 76, but I'll be looking to get in around 76 and under. So yeah, that is Solana for you guys. If you guys have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comment section below. Keep in mind, Solana has a huge ecosystem, lots of airdrops coming to Solana. I am currently farming Soulblaze, Camino Finance, Jito, Soul, I believe it's called, and a few other projects. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, leave it in the comment section below. If you are a OG Solana holder and you want to do some of these airdrop quests with me, feel free. Excuse me. Feel free to join me on the Discord server. The link to the server is in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that I use and recommend that helps this channel grow. So thank you so much. And aside from that, I'll get you guys in the next video. Yeah, let's see this weekly candle close on Bitcoin and ETH. And until then, Friday, which is tomorrow for CME and Sunday for perps, I will continually do altcoin videos. And I currently am farming and doing some testnet. I'm deploying some contracts on some testnets on the Cosmos network. So right now I'm dabbling a lot in Cosmos. So other than Cosmos and Solana, my next project will be on Kia as well as ETH. Actually, I'm starting to dabble with ETH for the L2 airdrops such as Eigenlayer, which I really, really think is going to do real good. So yeah, guys, follow the channel. A lot more stuff is coming. It's not just going to be TA and doodles. There is going to be some fundamental talk about these new projects. I'll go over tokenomics with you guys. I'll tell you why I'm accumulating. Like coins like Solana is giving you almost like 15% interest APY. while you hold and enjoy the ecosystem. And while you're holding, you are also qualifying yourself for airdrops if you're staking your Solana in the Phantom wallet. So all this stuff I just described, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below and I'll get you guys in the next video. Aside from that, join my Discord server. Feel free to ask me questions there and I'll get to you ASAP. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great one and see you in the next video.